2010, at the age of 37, my body started to ignore what I want to do, started to function properly. And after some time, where it started in my hand, my fingers didn't really move anymore, I got a really stiff arm, then I got a stiff leg, and my voice became lower and my words became more difficult. And then we found out, after a long, long time of searching, that I had Parkinson's disease. The average age for this disease at the moment in Holland, I don't know about here, but it's about 72 years. I was 37. Doesn't matter how old you are, it's always affecting your life dramatically. That much that I didn't want to know. I didn't want to know about it, and I was able to ignore it, I think, for almost 2 years. Working in my career as the director of the dance house, really, really hard, even harder than I did before, because I thought if I would face the disease and will act like it, then this will be the beginning of the end. I have to stop dreaming, I have to stop thinking about the things I want to achieve in life, because then it will only get less from that point. But the most stupid thing you can do is, when there is something happening in your life like this, you need to face it. Because that's the only way in this game of life. When you face your loss, then you can learn. When you learn, you can change. Changing perspective, change people's life, that's what we want to do with dance. That's what I did. Because ignoring it for 2 years, my body was really out, not functioning anymore. I was laying on the couch, hardly able to move. And that was the moment that I needed to do something. And luckily, finally, this brilliant idea came that it was all the time in front of me. As director of the dance house, I was surrounded all the time, every day, by dancers, people working with their body, training it every morning to work on their posture, their balance, their coordination, their flexibility, all the things to train, to shine on stage every night. And then I thought, that's interesting, because that's exactly the problems I'm facing with my balance, my posture, my flexibility, my strength. So what would happen if I start to train like a dancer, not to go on stage, but to shine in life, to be able to go through life and to be able to walk with this Parkinson's disease in my body through life. So I did. I went to the studio. I had my first dance class, and people that have been dancing know what I'm going to say, but this is an amazing feeling. Because when you think about what I tried to explain in the beginning, that your body with Parkinson's disease is all the time, every second of the day, with brushing your teeth or eating or whatever is in the way, it's blocking you. And you come to a studio where they start to help you improvise, start to help you move. And you come to a point that you start to feel dance and everything is moving and you feel free and beautiful, and it's the most amazing thing, a feeling that happens to you. This Parkinson harness is gone. It's for that moment not there anymore, not important anymore. It's just joy, pleasure with yourself, with your body, with your colleague dancers. It's great. That experience I had in the first dance class I did gave me right away the idea that this is something that needs to be shared, because if I can get this feeling, then other people must be able to get the feeling. So let's start a foundation, which I did. I founded the foundation Dance for Health, and we started just from out of the blue with classes in Holland. It started with one class, and at the moment we're already running 28 classes in 28 cities in Holland. We trained over 30 teachers. Every week at the moment, about 300 dancers, we say, people with Parkinson's disease, are dancing with us 1 or 2 times a week. And not only the patients, the dancers, but also their partners and is affecting and is changing people's life, is making people happy, is making people finding their way through life differently than before. It's the physical, why dance matters. It's the physical aspect that's training your body, that's helping you. It's the perspective of you changing your perspective on having the choice when you are diagnosed to be a patient, to be a dancer. If you decide that you're a dancer, then you can take the control back on your life. It's not there to be nurtured. You don't have to face all the time your problems. No, you can just challenge yourself within your possibilities, within your limitation, doesn't matter. All the time you can do something in this class. If you're in a wheelchair, if you're free, it doesn't matter. You can always achieve something, move, and develop something, getting better. Better in the movement. Not better from your disease, that's something else. I think it's time to show the second film for tonight. It's a film we made after an experience my partner and I had. Rosanne is also in Denver Health, organizing everything we do. When I have dancing, he's making sure that people can dance. And let's watch, because then I will explain later. Or I will explain now if it's not coming. Yeah. I will start explaining, then we'll see. We made a movie, a film, a short film, clip, with about 7 of our dancers, because we had a very rare, no, not rare, very not so nice experience. You can decide to start dancing and to accept your body like this, but it doesn't mean that people on the street who see you walking like I did in the morning, or worse, look at you, talk to you, think you're drunk, or approach you like you're very, very strange man. I had one moment that I was walking on the street, and I think about 5 young kids were walking behind me with their iPhone, filming me, laughing about me, because they really thought I was drunk. And although I had 1 glass of wine, I wasn't drunk. It was just my Parkinson's. I couldn't blame them because they don't know. But it's important that they do know that there are people like me, like in the auditorium here, that are different in how they look, how they walk, but they are not different in who they are. And that we start to realize that if we give into this as patients and try to ignore, we start to stay at home because we don't want to face this problem, then it will never change. But if we stand up and we show ourselves in what it is, as our dancers that we are, then people can start to see and believe and see and get to know us and know that we are equal and that there's no difference. I don't think the film is really, this. Probably this. At least the music. May I have this dance?
Sun
does he need to say more? But I will still say something more, because the small lady at the end, her name is Guylaine. Unfortunately, she passed away beginning of the year. But till that moment, she was our biggest ambassador. In her 80s, the day we started to make this film, the day we were recording this film, she called Ozan, I think, and said to him, "I'm sorry, I'm having a bad day, I cannot come." The answer was, "I'm sorry, we need you. So get dressed, wear your pearl earrings, be beautiful, we'll come to get you, pick you up, you're there in 15 minutes. She did. She joined us in the studio. A studio that we rented for this day. They didn't have an elevator, so we needed to carry her on 2 stairs up, 2nd floor. She sat down on the chair, and by the end of the moment, she just saw it. She was dancing freely in space. That's the changing that happens almost every day, from coming into class and leaving, from not restricted to being free, from being stiff in your face to having a really big smile. And not only in class, but also outside of class. The film that you just saw, and then I will ask you to prepare the 3rd film, because this is the film that is the outcome of this first. We did ask with this first film everybody in Holland